Welcome to the deep dive. Today we are really taking a magnifying glass to one specific piece of gear, the AIDA Imaging HD-100A IP67. It's their POV camera. And our whole mission here is to figure out what features really make this thing, as they say, reimagined for adventure.
Yeah, and you can see that right away. I mean, this is AIDA's current flagship, and it looks like they took their standard camera formula and basically wrapped it in a shell.
A very specific shell.
A very specific shell, yeah. It's designed to solve the biggest problem for outdoor streamers.
Risk.
Weather, just, connection failure from rain, from dust, anything. That weatherproof casing is the whole story here.
Okay, so let's unpack that durability. You see IP67 rated on the box. What did that actually mean for someone out in the field?
It means a lot. For anyone who's ever had a connection just die mid-shoot because of moisture, IP67 is a lifesaver.
Right.
We're talking about the camera head being able to survive, get this, submersion, up to 3 feet for 30 minutes.
Wow, so it's not just rain?
Oh, no. It goes way beyond rain and dust. This is true element protection.
That's impressive. And that brings us to their design philosophy, which I thought was interesting. They call it extroverted cabling, introverted connections.
It sounds a bit odd, but it's actually a really clever design trick.
So what's the idea?
The idea is to isolate the weak points, the connections. The camera has this 6-foot weatherproof cable that routes everything, HDMI, power, audio safely away from the camera head itself.
Okay, so the connections are introverted.
Exactly. Tucked away and protected while the cable itself is extroverted. You can run it right through a downpour and not worry about a short at the camera body.
And it still captures high-quality video through all that. We're looking at FHD streaming, so 1080p, 1080i, and 720p.
Right, via HDMI. But let's talk about the audio for a second.
Yeah, the TRS stereo input.
The synchronized TRS stereo input. That is incredibly important, especially for action footage.
Why synchronized? What does that prevent?
It prevents audio drift. In these high motion shots, the slightest delay can ruin the take or just create hours of work in post-production trying to fix it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Having it synced at capture, it cleans up your workflow so much.
You still get some flexibility here.
Yeah.
The standard 4mm lens is adjustable, and you can even swap it out if you want.
Yeah, as long as the new lens fits under that weatherproof cap, you're good to go.
All right, let's shift gears. Let's do the financial deep dive because the pricing here has a real aha moment.
It absolutely does. So the camera is listed at $400, and yes, there's a 10% discount code out there, 10% off.
Right.
But here is the critical part you have to know. Since October 9th, 2025, AIDA added a 15% tariff to all their products, quietly.
And the key thing is that the current $400 price, it already includes that tariff.
Exactly. And this is so important because if you see this camera advertised for cheaper somewhere else, you need to be really careful.
Why is that?
Because it probably means that vendor hasn't updated their pricing yet to include that mandatory fee. You might get a surprise charge later, or, you're just dealing with a retailer who isn't on top of things.
So the transparency is a benefit here.
A huge one. And on top of that, the vendor is offering, the usual stuff. Free USA shipping, free returns, 2-year warranty, free lifetime tech support.
So to sum it up,
Yeah.
you're getting that IP67 durability, the synchronized audio, and a really smart design that protects the failure points, all aimed at outdoor use.
Right. But if we pull back for a second, that tariff, the fact that AIDA suddenly had to add 15% because of outside forces, it raises a bigger question, I think.
Okay.
You're not just buying a camera, you're buying into a whole global logistics network. And this shows just how unstable that supply chain can be for specialized parts.
That's a great point. So something to consider next time you're looking at specialized gear. How much of that price tag is actually protecting you from these hidden costs, from the instability that's just baked into how things are made now?
It really makes you wonder how stable those component prices will be 6 months from now.